Her name was Raye Montague. One day, when she was younger than you, way back around 1945, an old German submarine was captured and made into sort of a museum by the U.S. Navy. It was docked near their house in Arkansas, and her grandfather loved submarines, so he took her to see it.
Hello. Is this the submarine that was captured a few years ago?
Yeah, it is. What do you want?
Me and my granddaughter would like to see it.
Fine. Follow me.
Ooh, look! A periscope! Wow! What does this do?
This is very interesting. That looks like a harpoon gun. Be careful.
From that moment on, she knew she wanted to design something like this, or even better.
What do you have to know to make a submarine like this?
Oh, you'd have to be an engineer, but you never have to worry about that. At the time, she didn't realize he was insulting her. She had hardly noticed that their town was segregated. Her grandfather told her mother, and she got annoyed.
He's wrong. Honey, you can do anything you want, as long as you are educated. There are 3 things going against you. You're black, you're a girl, and you have to get a Southern segregated school education.
At school, it was no better. I want to be a tailor.
Cool, I want to be a nurse.
I'm going to be an engineer.
Ha! You can't be an engineer.
My mom and grandpa say I can.
Yeah, right. How many black engineers do you think there are? How many girl engineers do you think there are?
I'm sorry, Raye, but it's not possible.
Raye, aim for the stars. At the very least, you'll land on the moon.
In 1956, after she had graduated from college with a Bachelor of Science degree in business, she moved to Washington, D.C. and found a job with the U.S. Navy as a typist, even though she had never typed a letter before. Even though she had never even seen a computer, they put her in the computer department.
Can I try it?
Nope, you're not an engineer. However, her boss didn't realize that if she saw them doing what they were doing for long enough, she would figure it out. One day, everyone else in the department was sick with the flu, so she walked up and turned it on, and did everything the staff would usually do in a day. But it only took her an hour. However, her coworkers were dumbfounded and snitched on her.
Raye is on the computer!
What? Raye, I didn't know you knew how to operate this machine.
I don't.
Then what are you doing?
Well, I've got to get the job done, and I need this to do it.
That made a big impression because she was promoted to computer operator almost immediately and took night classes to understand the computer. At the time, she was the only woman and the only black person in the department, so many of the men assumed she worked for them.
I like coffee.
Me too. Make sure mine has cream and sugar.
They soon found out that she could not only hold her own, but she could also run circles around them, even working day and night to redesign a computer, with her mom and son sitting in her office because she couldn't work overtime without someone else, and no one will be paid overtime to help. But at that point, she was already debugging new languages for computers. In 1970, her boss came to her with a mission. Raye, President Nixon wants us to design a ship, so we are giving you the assignment. However, we've been given just 2 months. Raye, you get one. At the time, it had typically taken 2 years to design a ship, but she did it in 18 hours and 26 minutes. And let me tell you, it took her more coffee than she would care to admit. It made her not the first woman, not the first black person, not the first black woman, but the first person ever to design a ship by computer, which revolutionized the process for all the seacraft in the U.S. Navy. After that, she was granted her professional engineer's license, though she never got a degree in engineering. Then she became basically the first black and first female CEO of the entire Navy, or program manager of ships. For the rest of her career, she met monthly with the Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon to brief them on the ships. Just a few days before she retired, the U.S. flew a flag over the Capitol in her honor. She had been given many high words, but more important is to talk to young people and inspire them. She would say, "We are given many talents. Use as many as you can. Study and work hard, and if someone ever says you can't do something, take it as a challenge. You might have to take a different path, and it might take a little longer, but one day you'll look back and see it was all worth it." She knows because she did.